What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to a different video for me today. Change in pace, couple things. It's going to be less of a joking video and more of just a discussion video, because I felt like talking about the topic today. The topic that you already know because it's the title of the video. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about scalping and exclusive editions and video games and just a whole slew of things, because I felt like talking about it. I've wanted to talk about it for a while. And just be warned, if you don't feel like listening to an almost 30-year-old man talk about Mario toys and video games and not being able to buy them for like 10, 15 minutes, go watch something else now, because this is not the video for you. So anyways, today we're going to talk about scalpers. Ooh, the word just brings a chill to your heart, doesn't it? I know it does to mine too. If you are not in the know, if you don't know what a scalper is, it's just not about video games either. Scalpers can scalp anything. Scalpers are someone that goes and buys something, buys up a lot of it, so there's none for the regular consumer to buy, and then the scalper puts it online and marks up the value tons, crazy percentage, 50, 75, 100%, just ups that bad boy, that price up. I don't like scalpers, but I also don't blame them for doing what they do, and we'll get into that a little bit. But I want to just relate this to video games, because I play video games a lot, obviously. I collect a lot of video game memorabilia and stuff, so I know what it's like to be scalped. Not the head scalping, not that, I have a head. Anyways, it's kind of just a rambling video, a rant video, really. I didn't want to write a script for it, because I just wanted it to come from the heart, you know? So if you're sticking through with this video with me, it's a different one, I know, but I appreciate it. For future videos, though, I did buy a green screen. I'm just waiting for a stand for it, so hopefully by the next video we can have funny green screen shenanigans, so look forward to that. Anyways, so now you know what a scalper is. But why can scalpers do what scalpers can do? I can go to the store, and I was going to use toilet paper as a example, but no, you can't use toilet paper as an example, because that was even scalped last year too. They're scalping everything. But let's say I want to go to the store and I want to buy a carton of orange juice. I can go on the shelf and buy a carton of orange juice because they have plenty of stock. But let's say I want to buy that exclusive edition, limited edition, collector's edition game that just came out today. You're probably not going to be able to go to the store and buy it. And that's because a scalper waited 5 hours before the store opened, ran in and bought up their entire stock, and now all of that stuff is online, being able to be purchased for an extra $100 over the price value. And that sucks. Scalping has hit a lot of things. Video games, collectibles, Pokemon cards have been scalped like crazy lately. And even outside of the nerdy live in your mom's basement realm, I know bikes have been getting scalped lately. There was the toilet paper shortage last year, and that shit was getting scalped online. Hand sanitizer. Basically, if it's in demand and in a short stock, it can be scalped, and it will be scalped. But what makes something desired to be scalped? There's a few things. The first thing is, and this is on the companies themselves, is everything this day has to have, as like I said earlier, a limited edition, or a collector's edition, or an exclusive edition. Ooh, and it comes with an extra sticker, or a poster that you're never going to hang up on the wall, and it's going to stay in the box forever, but it says exclusive, and that means it's rare, and that means it's limited, and that means you got to have it. And that is what what it is called. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. Because when something is called exclusive, or it says it's limited to 1,000 value products, that 10,000 only being made, will never be made again, it rings a little alarm in your bell, a little bell alarm in your head that says, if I don't buy this, I'm never going to get it again. Or I can find it online in 5 years for thousands of dollars extra. And I don't want to miss out on that. And that's fear of missing out. Why am I not autofocusing? Autofocus! Anyways. So yes, and companies, all companies do this. Everyone does it. The second you put that something is limited edition or collector's edition, it instantly makes that product more desirable, because now there is that fear that one day you will not be able to buy it. I don't have to have a fear of not being able to buy a bag of Doritos one day, unless the apocalypse happens, because they're not exclusive. But those 3D Doritos, now those are exclusive and limited time only. Now I gotta buy those. Or the nacho fries at Taco Bell. Or how about one of the biggest examples, the McRib. But, I'm sure everyone always thinks to themselves, the McRib sells like crazy. Why don't they just have it a forever item? But that's why it sells like crazy, because it's only available a limited time. Therefore, when it is available, everyone's got to jump on that bandwagon and get that McRib. That's why products like this are desirable. Because the second that something is touted as being a limited time offer, instantly it's going to make you want it. And I am a huge person who does this. Believe me, look at behind me. I'm a sucker for exclusive editions. I see a shiny box and I have to have it. So believe me when I say I am a part of the problem. I do not think I am better than anyone. I am probably one of the worst examples. So believe me, I get it. And it works. I know it's a tactic, but it works. It works wonders. Recently, Nintendo's trying something new, where they have a Mario game and a Fire Emblem game. They're only available until, well, as of now, 30 minutes, and then they're gone forever. And sales of those games have been great, because after March 31st, they're gone forever. So you better buy them now, otherwise they're going to be gone, and they're not going to make any more physical editions. And all of a sudden, this past week, physical edition sales have gone up like 200%. And I bet you pretty much in a month or so, they're going to be off the shelves and you'll start seeing those bad boys online for double, triple the price. We're going to get to the scalpers eventually, don't worry. The next thing, and this is entirely on the companies too. The companies, believe me, they allow the scalpers to exist, because they purposely do not make enough supply to meet the demand. Economics 101, these companies took those classes and said, fuck that shit, I ain't listening to that. Because once again, if a store is lined to the brim with product, it seems less desirable. But if all of a sudden everyone's buying it up, it's more desirable. And then comes the scalpers. And once again, this is where I can't say I blame them for what they do. I don't like them, but I can't blame them because it is a profitable business. People make entire livings off of going to stores, buying up as much stock as the store will let them buy, and then going online and reselling them. And I know you might be thinking, and some stores do this, which I appreciate the hell out of, why don't the stores just limit how much a customer can buy? Which makes total sense from a consumer standpoint, but it does not make any sense from the business's standpoint. Think about it. One person's willing to come in and is willing to buy your entire stock of that item right there and right then. You can get rid of the whole stock, have extra shelf space, and make all that profit right there. You would be dumb to turn them down. Yes, you will piss off other customers, but right there, that's a sale. That's all the businesses care about right there and then. It's instant profit, instant money. From a manager's standpoint, they'd be dumb to say no. Now, obviously, you are more consumer friendly when you limit it, but you're also limiting how much actual profit you can make, because you're taking a gamble that enough people will actually come in to buy just the limited number instead of the one or two scalpers that come in to buy the entire stock. Now, one thing about scalpers is they seem like magicians, because somehow always the scalpers get the items. Somehow they always beat you to the punch, and it's like they have the know-how, and they kind of do actually. First off, a lot of scalpers, like I said, this is their job. They don't have 9-to-5 jobs or your weird like me overnight jobs. So they can take the time to go to a store 2-3 hours before it opens and just wait there. You and I, working our 9-to-5s or midnights to whatever, we have to wake up for work, but this is their work. So they can take the time, they can spend their lives sitting in line, and they can get that first stock. And that's just, that's what sucks about having a non-scalping job, is that you have to go after work and hope that the stock is still there, or take a day off of work. Or I know I used to, back in the day when the amiibo craze was first happening, there were a few times that I actually did go to a store. Don't judge me. I know you're judging me. I would go to a store a couple hours before they opened and wait in line for amiibos, because I was an insane person. But gosh darn it, I met some fun people in that line that I had some good times. So, and I've had scalper encounters. I remember the biggest one. One time I was at Walmart at midnight. I know, how do you end up there in your life? I don't know. Waiting for the Golden Mario amiibo because it was a Walmart exclusive. Fucking, how did that happen? And so I got there and I had to wait till I was done with work. So I got there kind of late at like 11:45, and there was already like 20 people in front of me. And this lady gets behind me in line, and she's waiting there for a good 10 to 15 minutes. And then after like 15 minutes or so waiting in line, she says, "So what are we waiting for?" And I just turned to her and I was like, "Huh? The Golden Mario amiibo." And she's like, "Okay, cool." And she stayed in line. This lady clearly did not care in the slightest what she was buying. It was not for her. She was not buying it for a kid. She had no clue what she was buying. But she saw a line of people waiting to purchase a product, and she said, "I can make money off this." So, and I've not personally seen it, but I know with Pokemon cards lately, there has just been a scalping craze. I've had some friends tell me that they'll go to the store and the people in front of them will just buy the entire stock. And it sucks for them because the people that actually want to open the cards can't. And now they have to go spend double, triple the value to buy a pack of cards. And it sucks. Now I do have some ways you can get around scalping. And I know scalpers use this, and this can be your best friend too. Brickseek.com. It is a website that it's not always accurate, but it's pretty accurate, and it has up to date tracker, and it tracks different shipments going to different stores, and you can put in different item codes to see if an item that you want is going to be delivered to a store, and that way you can get to that store before it's even put on the shelf and wait for it. You're gonna look a little weird, but that's the hustle of being scalpers. So brickseek.com, really good friend of yours. I would recommend it if you're trying to buy something that's hard to find. Another good way to beat scalpers, and I know they do this too, is, and it sounds weird, especially, I would recommend it less now during a pandemic, but more so just make friends with the employees. A lot of times a friendly employee will be willing to tell you that when they know a stock is coming out of something. And it doesn't even don't make friends with them. Don't be that weird guy at GameStop who creeps in the corner and stares at the female employee like, "Hello there, how are you?" So yeah, don't be that creepy guy at the GameStop, but just be friendly with them. And if you're friendly and you go enough, eventually they'll be open to telling you that kind of stuff. So it's not a bad thing to do. Long story short, this was a rambling video. Like I said, I didn't have anything planned out. I just wanted to talk about it because scalping, and especially in the past year, when we've all been living online and we've all been desperate for entertainment, scalping has become a huge problem. The new systems are still 5 months later impossible to get in stores. Nintendo items and Pokemon items are just impossible to find. It's frustrating, and everyone is annoyed by it. And yet it's not going to stop happening unless people stop purchasing items from the scalpers, and that's not going to happen. Because someone will always be willing to pay that little extra money to get instant gratification. It will always happen. It's never not going to stop. So the best thing you can do is just try to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the scalpers. Like I said, use BrickSeek, make friends with the employees, and don't be afraid to stand in line someplace a couple hours before they open. Because if you want to beat the scalpers, you gotta be even crazier than they are. And once again, if you're a scalper, I don't hate you. I don't like what you do, and I don't like you in general, because I've gotten things scalped in front of me before, but it's a lucrative business, and it's not illegal, not yet at least, and it's a way to make money, and in this capital world we live in, it's just what's gonna be. So that's it. I just rambled. You probably didn't learn anything new, but if you did, I'm glad you did. If you have any cool, fun, goofy scalping stories, time that you've seen a scalper, maybe a time you've outwitted a scalper in their own game, leave a comment down below. Let me know your stories. If you like this kind of rambling video where I actually talk about something important instead of telling you how to look like a vampire, let me know and I'll keep doing more of this. I hit 180 subscribers. That's pretty cool. So thank you to any new subscribers, and thank you to anyone who stayed and watched the whole video. Anyways, happy April Fools. This was not an April Fools video. It could have been, though. April Fools, I no longer like Nintendo. Haha, gotcha. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm rambling. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video where we're going to have some green screen shenanigans. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.